Hey guys, what's up? My name's Art. I'm back with another video. This video I am say sorry. Beep. Okay, first thing I want to say is I'm on vacation. As of Friday of last night, I officially start my vacation. I have 1 month of vacation this year. I have a month vacation this year and I always take it in the fall. The problem is my job don't want to give me one full month off. So they said, well, so I said, okay, let me be off in the month of October or November. And they said, nope, can't do that because we might need you for some stuff. So, so naturally, I could break it up into 1 week apart. So I could take technically, I can't take 2 months, 2 weeks in a row. I could take it like 1 week here, then the next week here. I say screw it. I'll take 1 week a month off. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so I'm on vacation right now. Can I do? The funny thing is, I could try to do a video every day. I could. Probably won't, but I might do another one or two videos this week. I have one video I want to do. That one video. There's a video I am planning to do it, but I don't know how I want to do it yet. So I'm still on the fence on that. But this is one video that I've been trying to figure out how to do this video for the past weeks. Weeks. Okay. This all started with a conversation that I had with some people. Okay. It's about the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment. Now, most of us know the Bill of Rights and our amendments gives us lots of rights and powers, and some rights and some rights in there and some rights are very open to interpretation. Okay. Okay, so what I did was this is a hold on. Let me get back to the one page I was looking for. Okay. Okay, the Second Amendment reads, and I'm reading this: a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, that's the Second Amendment. Here's the funny thing: everybody knows what the Second Amendment is. Some people will say that our forefathers had the foresight and the knowledge to make the Second Amendment to help protect us. Some people say, and that's one line of thought. Another line of thought is that, well, the forefathers never thought of having automated weapons because at that time they had muskets, gunpowder loaded up. That no, they had to actually pack it in, and they fired one shot. Then they had to and do it as fast as possible. A friend of mine do Civil War reenactments, and in that era, you get to see them. If you see that, watch that in action. Watch a YouTube reenactment of how they load and stuff. Now, thing is, according to this, air there's what. See, here's the thing. According to this, the common definition is that everybody has a right to bear arms. Okay. Now, but it said a well-regulated militia. So here's a question: what does that mean? But see, there's so many different definitions and interpretations of this. especially in today's political society. So what happens according to this, one interpretation is you have a right to bear arms. Okay, you have the right to have guns. Another interpretation is you have a right to have guns only if you're in a militia. Boo! There's so many different interpretations of this, and it changes dearly. The funny thing is that Supreme Court had to do stuff with this so much, and guess what? They have the power to clarify the Second Amendment. They have the power to clarify it. But the problem is, if they clarify it, it will be challenged. It will be challenged. Okay? Now, what happened is, in today's society, we have guns. Now, before I go any further, let me state, I have no problem with guns. I have no problems with that. I have no problems with guns. If you want to own a gun, go ahead, own a gun. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't matter to me, okay? But the funny thing is that when I talk about this, people think I'm against guns. That's the funny thing is. This one waitress at the restaurant I go to, she now wearing a Second Amendment style, hoodie. And we got into the gun control debate, and I'm just like, wait, hold on, you think I'm against guns? She goes, well, are you against guns? I'm like, no, I'm not against guns. I'm not against guns. I just said there should be some sensible gun control laws, but they are. Well, if we had sensible gun control laws, will we have the kind of stuff that's going on today? But then again, you can slip into the argument: does guns kill people, or does people kill people? Let's put it this way: you got busted for drunk driving. I got busted for drunk driving. Because we were drunk, the law considered that car a lethal weapon. So they had to punish us for it. Even though we didn't kill anybody. We didn't wreck anything. And we didn't kill anybody. But they treated us as if we did. But we got punished for it. You think because someone's mentioning gun control that they're punishing your rights. They're not punishing your rights. No one is punishing your rights. The problem is your interpretation of those rights. That's the thing. Okay. For example, everybody has heard of the NRA. Okay. Now, the funny thing was about NRA, they advocate the people the right to own guns. Okay? That's what they do. And they throw big money at politicians to keep those rights. Because you think about it, even the president, right now, recently, the funny thing is, and this is my gripe about the president at this moment. At this moment, because there was some deaths on vaping, there's like about 8 to 10 people who died off of vaping, flavored e-cigarettes. Because 10 people dying, you immediately put a ban on e-cigarettes, flavored e-cigarette, flavored e-vape, whatever, something. You immediately put a ban on that quickly, without any kind of real studies or anything like that. You put a stamp on it that quick. But when people ask you about gun control, I don't know about this. And the funny is, the tobacco and the alcohol and tobacco, their lobbies is just as strong as the NRA. And you basically just went to them and said, I'm doing this. But for the gun owners, with all the stuff that's going on, I'm being wishy-washy. Seriously? Okay, but that's my little rant. But here's the funny thing. One Now, here's the thing. Can the government ban some weapons? Can the government ban some weapons? So, here's the question. So, that's my question. Can the federal government ban weapons? Excuse me. Oh, sorry. So what happened was I typed in Google or Bing, can the U.S. government ban guns? And one of the things popped up, as others have said, the American government doesn't ban guns because unfortunately not enough Americans want it to happen. Of course, I don't want that to happen either. To be clear, even liberals don't. I'm a liberal. I don't want you to ban guns. I really don't. Pretty much everyone agrees that people should have the right to get a hunting rifle, for example. A hunting rifle is a gun. I have no problems with people having hunting rifles. Okay? But in this string, but you look at today's society, the string of these serial killings that's been happening, was it done with a hunting rifle? No, it wasn't. It was a rifle that had a high capacity magazine that could fire in succession. Ugh. Now here's something. Oh gosh, that was hard. Sinuses. Excuse me. Oh, oh gosh. Sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. There it is. Now, here's the funny thing is, in 1994, there was an assault weapons ban. Okay, could keep machine guns, M16s, rifles, and the like out of the hands of civilians. Basically, what it kind of says that if the military use it, you can't have it. Okay. If it's something like what the military could use, then you cannot have it as a civilian. And there was a ban on that for like 10 to 15 years. So here's a question. So, in effect, can the United States government ban the AR 15? Yes, they have done it before. Is it constitutional? Well, now that's the problem. So, here's the thing: a president banned guns before. Even Reagan banned guns at one time, banned certain assault weapons at one time. So, so basically, on opposite sides, there was a ban on assault weapons at one point. But now here's the question: what do you consider an assault weapon? Wow, that's another tricky story. Now here's the thing. Now what happens? You got now. There's a lot of I know two people. One's a liberal, one's a conservative. They're proud gun owners, reliable gun owners. They follow the rules and everything. But you get people in some states like Texas has an open carry. So so in theory, if I have a license to have an AR-15 and I'm in Texas, I should be able to walk down the street with my AR-15 strapped around my back as long as I have my license that says I can have an AR-15. And the police should not bother me because I have a license and an open carry. But we all know culturally that won't fly. Okay. Now here's the thing. About a year or two ago, two idiots, because we had an open carry law in Michigan, they had their rifles and walked into a police station just to prove the point that people just to prove a point that the open carry policy is in jeopardy. So if you have an open carry policy and you want to test the limits of that open carry, you do not walk into a police station. Needless to say, they did get arrested. Their weapons did get confiscated because they walked into a police station. And I don't remember exactly what the outcome of that was, but in theory, that was a dumb bonehead move. Certain festivals around Detroit says you cannot open carry here, and they have a right to say that. Okay? You're not supposed to open carry around schools. All right? Technically, you're not supposed to have weapons on school in the first place, whether it's guns or not. But the idea is that the bad guys have guns. Bad guys always have guns. And one theory is the good guy with a gun theory will beat a bad guy with a gun theory. Tell you the truth, in some cases that is correct, in some cases it's not correct at all. Now, I'm like I said, I was trying to figure out how to do this video. And as you can see, I'm trying to put a very balanced viewpoint. Try by giving you both sides and let you come up with your own decision. Now, here's the one thing about the Second Amendment it does not say. It doesn't say what kind of arms you can have. Since it doesn't say what kind of arms you can have, in theory, they can ban certain weapons. Regardless of what you say, regardless of what you say, I have a right to have this AR-15. If they want to ban it, they could ban it because it doesn't specify what kind of arms you can have. That's the theory. If you say that, well, there's great gun control laws, it's just people being stupid. Well, in theory, an AR-15 is supposed to be a single shot only, not semi-automatic or fully automatic. But we all know you could get a kit and make it fully automatic. So basically right then and there, you just broke the law. And we know a lot of gun owners who have AR-15s broke the damn law by making them fully automatic. We know that. Problem is you can't prove that, but you do know some people have done that. Now, I'm not talking specifically about the AR-15 is the most common example people are saying about. That's the most common thing. So, of course, some of the information I'm using is based upon sources from different news sources and common knowledge. It doesn't mean I'm an expert at it. I'm not an expert at that. But this is my viewpoint on it. And then when I put out that viewpoint, the only thing that girl was thinking of, you're trying to take away my guns. Seriously. So I asked her, can I get a 50 caliber machine gun? Could I buy a 50 caliber machine gun? You know what a 50 caliber machine gun is? Most 50 caliber machine guns are like vehicle mounted weapons. Well, no, you can't buy that. But according to the Second Amendment, I should be able to have one because I have a right to bear arms. Protect your home. Yeah, a machine gun will protect my damn home. But then again, also, there's also case. Also, you got to remember. Also, there's also cases where people broke into people's houses and homes, and the homeowner shot them and got sued for it. So you got to also be careful of that. Ridiculous, I know, but it has happened. So that's my. Now the funny thing is, I'm just trying to put my viewpoint on the Second Amendment. One other note before I finish. The NRA allegedly was in favor of gun control at one time. Allegedly. There's nothing to prove. I don't know about any documentation to prove that point, but it's been alleged that at one time the NRA was in favor of gun control, and that was during the 60s when the Black Panther Party started to rise in power. When a lot of people, like when a lot of black people in the 60s said we need to protect ourselves we need to protect ourselves because the police was trying to kill us. That was their idea, because police will always go there and try to harass us. So they decide. So in theory, according to the Second Amendment, according to the Black Panther Party, it was labeled a terrorist. Was labeled a terrorist organization. All right, but funny thing is, it was labeled in our terms, today's terms, a terrorist organization. But the thing is, it was a well-known militia. They technically was a militia. So and then at that time, it was allegedly the NRA said we should inflict a weapons ban. Allegedly. And when I brought that point out, of course, everybody said, "Oh, that's not true. That's not true." I said, "Well, think about it. During the 60s, before the Civil Rights Movement," and then some people looked up and was like, "That kind of would make kind of sense." Some people said that, but like I said, it's alleged. Of course, there's no paperwork or nothing official stating that or alluding to that, but it's been alleged. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Now, finally, everybody has a right to own a weapon legally. Everyone. Okay? Everyone. But the idea is certain weapons, should the civilians have certain weapons? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. This guy for example, this one guy I know has an AK-47. It's operational, but it's a single shot. Yes, he can convert it to semi-automatic. He can if he wanted to, but that would be against the law, and he said that. If I converted it to a semi-automatic or fully automatic, it will be against the law, and I'm not going to do that. That's what he told us. Another guy was the exact same way. So here's the thing: there are good gun owners out there, but the bad gun owners is the ones you see all the stuff that happen. But like I said, I'm gonna try again. Finally, I started to ramble. Finally, everybody has a right to a weapon. Everybody has a right to weapons. Okay. Now, what kind of weapons? That's up for debate. If you have a handgun, whether it's a revolver or automatic pistol, that's fine. I have no problems with that because you're not going to try to kill lots of people with that. You got a shotgun, shotguns is fine. I think I'm not sure if sawed-off shotguns are legal or not. Can't remember, but I know some people have sawed-off shotguns. All right, so having the shotguns or long rifles, I don't have a problem with that. Or hunting rifles, I have no problem with that because that's a normal everyday use. Now, AR-15s and the like, that's up for debate. If you're a responsible gun owner, no problems. Because I know you're not going out doing something stupid. It's these other flipping idiots who do this stuff which make gun owners look bad. And when gun owners look bad, that's when they get super defensive. It's kind of funny. That reminds me of some other thing. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. You can say, hey, Art, you're totally off on this. And this is the reason why you're off. Let me know. If you say, hey, Art, I think you're right, but you're kind of missing some parts, let me know. Like it. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you like what I'm talking about, subscribe, please. Let me know what you talk about. Let's have a conversation. Okay, let me go before I sneeze again. Talk to you later.